All right, now it's time for our Walker Automotive Spotlight segment. Joining us now, former Saints offensive lineman, WDSU analyst James Hurst. James, I'm going to start by saying this. In recent weeks, we've asked you about coming out of retirement. You've said no. But after watching these games, do you want to come out of retirement and play on this offense?
It's very enticing. It's a lot of points. Crazy stat, like almost every single possession they've scored points. So it's a ton of fun. It's a ton of fun to watch. I know it's even more to be on the team right now. So I'm excited for them, the way that they've started the season and against a really good team today. So it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, look, Klint Kubiak is the architect of this. Is that the difference? Did he have the magic wand to wave over this offense and how good it's been? I mean, is that really the reason why we're seeing this?
It sure feels like it. As a former player, I realize that it is the players that go out. They have to execute. They have to make their blocks. They have to run their routes. They have to throw the ball. They have to catch it. They have to do all those things. But it really feels like, man, the receivers are just open. The running lanes are there. The defense seems confused. They seem on their heels, not able to attack us. And it's a ton of fun. So I want to give a ton of credit to Kubiak. It really seems like so far he knows what he's doing in the game plan during the week, and he's able to go out and call plays under pressure. And it's putting this team in incredible situations to score points all sorts of different ways.
All right, and none of this would really be possible without the offensive line. And we've talked so much about them through this offseason, through the first 2 weeks. But today I feel like they did better than anyone might have even expected because they neutralized one of the hardest defensive players to block in Micah Parsons. He was, unseen in this defense and really didn't do anything to Derek Carr and the offense. What did you see from the O-line today, and what does that say about them that they are able to neutralize him?
Yeah, this has been a big discussion point for the Saints all preseason and now into the regular season. And today was their first real test, and it was a real test. I don't want to understate that. Micah Parsons is a top 3 player at his position in the NFL, and DeMarcus Lawrence is a great player as well. And they have 2 very, very capable defensive tackles. So it was a very good front and a very good scheme that played extremely well in week 1. So this was no fraud. This was the real deal. And they went out and the offensive line played a great game. They ran the ball well. The rushing average was super impressive. I think it was over 5 yards when it was all said and done. And they kept Derek clean. There were very few plays that there was pressure. And again, 2 weeks now, Derek has stepped into some pressure and made a deep throw down the field and completed it for a huge play. So it's very promising. It's very promising to see what Derek can do with a clean pocket. But I think even more promising to see that Derek's been able to make some throws under a little bit of pressure and taking a hit.
You just talked about some of those throws, like to Shaheed and even to Olave today. What does it say about maybe his trust in his receivers and maybe a year of chemistry that's now been developed that he can just air it out and know exactly where his receivers are going to be?
Yeah, the chemistry is there. It's very obvious. I was really glad to see Olave get started early in the game, finding some openings underneath across the middle, and then get some yards out of the catch, and then making that great play at the goal line, a contested catch to get the team down to the 1 yard line. So it's very obvious. And to be honest, if they have this type of chemistry throughout the season, I don't know how you're going to line up against this offense. I don't know who you're going to single out and say, we're going to stop this person, because right now there's too many weapons. There's too many weapons all over the field to single somebody out.
All right, now let's shift to the defense. Multiple sacks, multiple turnovers, Paulson Adebo, Tyrann Mathieu. We could talk about the offense all night, and deservingly so. But look, Dennis's defense has been the backbone of this team, and they look as stout as ever. Dak and Dallas are a really good offense, and they completely neutralize them. It was one thing last week against Bryce Young and a bad team, but to do that against a team that last week looked awesome, I think was super impressive.
It was very impressive. It was more energy, more confidence from week 1. They really just carried it over against a much, much better offense. So it was fun to watch. Man, Tyrann Mathieu, he was all over the place. He was hitting, he was deflecting passes, making tackles, intercepting. He was so much fun to watch. And again, it's like, the defense is so balanced. They've got players at all 3 levels, and guys just seem like they're just taking turns making big plays. Sacks, tackles for loss. They're everywhere. And you can tell with the offense scoring points, you can see that gives the defense this sort of freedom to just go out and go for it. They're playing physical. They're contesting the ball down the field. They're trying to make huge plays. They're trying to hit people hard. And that stuff, that takes a mental toll on the offense when they see that through 4 quarters.
All right, James, as we wrap things up here, Jim Moore is coming up later in the show, and we're going to ask him, playoffs? Are the Saints going to the playoffs? I don't do that well, but do you think the Saints look like a bona fide playoff team? It's early, 15 games to go, but very quickly, in about 20 seconds, are they a playoff team?
They're a playoff team. I said before the game played, if we are able to win this game, we're a playoff team and we're going to contend deep. And then to win the game like we did, I'd say we're a deep playoff contender week 2. It's a big statement, but that's how I feel.
All right, James Hurst, we appreciate your time. Quickly, I don't want to give away all your personal details. On vacation with your family in the Dakotas, and you're representing WDSU. Thank you for packing your shirt even while you're on vacation. We love it. So enjoy your vacation this week, and thank you so much for your insight and your time.
Thanks so much, guys.